Dear Ted, the girls and I are having a great time in Cancun. In fact, we've decided to never come back. So, you can go fuck yourself. Yours truly, Heidi. Oh, P.S. I still hate you for not defending me when Donald Trump said I was ugly. Oh, did I say go fuck yourself? Oh, yeah, go fuck yourself. So, I told Ted, you go fuck yourself. I did.
We're here. I'm here. I'm live. I'm on the air. Hey, everybody. It looks like I'm being flooded with lights or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's just me. But good morning, everybody. Today is a special day in the Trucker John world of live streaming. I did not put the word Hal Sparks in the title. You may have noticed I think I've had 3 people complain about that out of the many thousands and thousands of people that have watched. But anyhow, today the title is about Aaron Donald, the greatest player of all time. I'm not going to even say defense. I'm just going to say it. Greatest player, greatest football player of all time has announced his retirement, and I'm kind of pissed off about it. But if the man don't want to play, then, he ain't gotta. But I guess I'm sort of dedicating today's show to Aaron Donald, my favorite player. I'm wearing his jersey, for God's sakes. I'm wearing my 99 jersey. I was really hoping the guy had a couple more years left in him. I think we're going to be making a Super Bowl run next year. I don't know why he didn't stick around for that. But like I say, if the guy doesn't have the desire to play anymore, then you can't make him play, and he would just be miserable. So anyhow, that's that. Hey, Doc in Paradise, first one in, last one out. Thanks for being here. I saw you in the chats. We spoke a little bit in the chat rooms over there at House Sparks, and you said you were interested in coming over, and here you are. So appreciate you coming by. We got Feet on the Dashboard. Quite possibly, if you check out that web or that channel, you will see on there about an 8.5 minute movie that is quite possibly the best 8.5 minute movie that you're ever going to see. So Wes Webb's here. Hey, Wes, good to see you. Good to see you. We got Bonnie Thompson. Hello, Bonnie. Serinda Monkey, our friend from across the pond, is here. So there are 5 of us lurking. Hi, Feet, Doc, around. Good Vibes Tribe's here. Hello, John, in chat. Hello, Good Vibes Tribe. Good to see you. Jolie's here. Always good to see Jolie. Jolie's got my 6, so you guys be careful. Serinda Monkey says, I'm gonna blanket. Hi, everyone. There you go. Yeah, just throw a big high blanket on it and just take care of it all at once, in one fell swoop. Let's see. Let's make sure it's my green screen, and you guys can hear me, right? I got the mic on. Everything's going. All right, because a lot of times I pull a Hal and I forget to turn my mic on, and I'll be talking for a long time, and no one can hear a word of what I'm saying. Doc in Paradise says people have been weird lately. Maybe it's spring fever. That could be. That could very well be. Good Vibes Tribe says, I have been weird my whole life. Oh, so you can't blame it on the old spring fever thing, I guess. Let's see, Bonnie Thompson. Yeah, everyone's saying hi. Good Vibes Tribe is saying hi. Did I skip Ask? Oh, there's Ask. For some reason, Ask, and I don't mean to do this, but for some reason, it seems like I always skip over your name. Maybe because I just think it's like asking me a question or something. I don't know. Wes Webb says exactly, I worked a year longer than I needed to get maximum pension, one of my harder years ever. Because you just couldn't wait to get out, huh? And the other years were, you were probably, happy to be there, so. Dr. Paradise says, Good Vibes Tribe, not good, weird, Karen weird. There are different types of weird, that's for sure. Misha's here. Hey, all right, good to see Mish. I'm applauding you, Mish, for being here. And to all y'alls out there, I'm just gonna say thank you very much. I like to play with my little filters because, it's in honor of Nick Rich 56. I don't know if he's gonna be here today, but he likes it when I play with the filters. He really does. So this is for you, Nick Rich. If you're out there, this one's for you, buddy. It's for you. And we also like to get a little sparkly because we have a lot of sparklers in the chat. And as you well, if you guys know that once you become once you come into the Trucker John chat, you are basically a truckler. If you're a sparkler, so that doesn't count West Webb because West Webb doesn't want to be a sparkler, but be called a sparkler. But when you come in here, you transform into a truckler. Okay? And for some reason, my green screen is doing weird stuff. I guess it's the sparkles. The sparklies are kind of weird now, huh? That kind of makes it weird. So, maybe it won't sparkle forever. All right. So there's enough of that. We got, and this is the show where basically I read your chats to you. It's a brilliant programming idea. And sometimes I go off on a tangent. And sometimes you might spur a little idea in my little noggin here, and I might go off on some tangent. Who knows? We might talk about football because we got a football theme going today. We might talk about, we might talk about Trump or Biden, or we might talk about food. A lot of times we talk about food. We talk about animals. We talk about spiders. We talk about, various diseases we've had. We just talk about everything here. It's an open format. Open to everyone. You don't have to be a sparkler to be here. I mean, you could be a football fan. You could be MAGA. I don't care. Everyone's welcome in the Trucker John chat room here. I just did a little jump sting for some reason. Webb says it's not even spring yet, by the way. Yeah, officially it's not spring. That is true. I guess we think of it as spring because we do the daylight savings thing and we're springing ahead. But actually, yeah, you're right, Wes. Swindon Mercury says spring fever is like Trump fever. I put the bronzer on and then do the coke. Oh, do you now? Wow. Wes Webb says that was probably part of it. I love teaching. It was politics that made things difficult. Politics, can do that. That's why my daddy always said, in certain company or something like that, don't talk about religion or politics. And he didn't have a Southern accent. I don't know why I just gave my dad a Southern accent. He was from Minnesota, for crying out loud. Mish says, curtsy. Wes Webb says, he was still in house chat until the end. Did I skip something? Because I don't know who we're talking about now. About being in house chat until the end. Sometimes I skip stuff or miss stuff, so there's that. Barney Thompson laughing. Mish is doing sparkly hearts, I think. Hey, there's the big hook. I just call him the big hook around here. We don't go with the big hook, big hook. We just call him the big hook. I don't know. Ask not, want not, but ask and ye shall receive. There you go. That's what I've been struggling. I always struggle with that. Bonnie Thompson says, I think voodoo keeps Trump going. Have you seen him lately? He looks like hell and he's having more brain farts. Yeah, we are seeing a rapid decline of Donald Trump, and it cannot come too soon. I can't wait till he just all of a sudden he's gonna be at the podium doing one of his stupid rallies, and all of a sudden he's just gonna like deflate, and to like an air mattress deflating, and there's just gonna be this big empty sack on the ground, and you'll see a little mouth. It'll be looking up. That'll be the last thing. Let's see. We got I had herpes in my eye once. I had herpes in my eye. And built a zombie chicken madras curry last night. Let's go on the weird shit. There you go. That was some weird shit. Okay. Thanks, Doc. About Nick Rich. He was in the chat till the end. That's what Wes was saying. Thanks for putting that together. I lose it. Hey, there's Jeff Curry, the official comic of the Trucker John channel. Trucker John live stream, I should say. You don't get the whole channel, Jeff. You only get the live stream. I've been in the hospital. Now here I am, being all funny, and here we have a serious matter here about Jeff Curry being in the hospital. Oh my God, their son got in a car wreck last night after I got home. Oh boy, well I hope your son's okay. All kidding aside, I don't mean to make light of anything like that. Yeah, I hope your son's doing better. And man, that's scary. So my best wishes and thoughts go out to you and your family and your son, of course. Mish said, my co-workers openly discuss both religion and politics. Drives me crazy. Yeah, okay, Wes, yeah, okay. Thanks for clarifying about talking about Nick Rich. Hey, there's Robert Perez. Top of the morning to you, Sparky John. What happened to Sparks, my driver buddy? Well, I just shut him off because it was a little too sparkly. But we can go back to it if you guys want the sparks. If you want some sparkles, there, I can get sparkly. There. Now Siri says I do not understand. Get in line, Siri. A lot of people don't understand me. Let's see. Good Vibe Tribe says, I think people deserve Trump. There are certain people that do. Mish says, oh no, Jeff Curry. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, absolutely sorry to hear that, man. I hope everything's going okay. I don't know what the situation is there, but we're all sending our best thoughts over to you, Jeff, and your son. Barney Thompson's saying sorry. Dr. Paradise, I guess, is that some sort of laughing thing with big teeth? I don't know. I do not speak emoji very well. I just put that out there. Sort of Muggy says that Jeff Curry hope is so not serious and gets fixed soon. Marsha H, hey, I'm new here. Name is pronounced Marcia. Just in case, I'm acknowledged. I'm a sparkler. Listen mostly as I can't type for shit. Join the club. I'm right there with you. Decided to come when I saw your link shared at the end of House Show. Oh, well, thank you so much. Did they put the link in? Because I didn't see him do that, by the way. I don't think. I put my little Drunker John in there. I don't know if they actually put the actual link in. But if they did, that's great. And I'm glad you've clicked on it. And I'm glad you're here, Marcia. You're a new person here. So welcome. And make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share button for me. That'd be greatly appreciated so much. But so just want to say thank you very much for being here. That's going out to Marcia right there. And we got Marcia H, I guess. Big Hook. The Big Hook says, I have been called worse. I better, John. Just kidding. I bet you have. Good Vibes Tribe says, we wander our lives aimlessly, treating each other like shit. Wow. Then are surprised when a last-ditch effort doesn't work. So ponder that one for a while. Why don't you? Ask says, all I could think of when you did that Trumpy was the balloon deflating. Laughing out loud. Yeah, exactly. Jeff Curry says, Monkey, he's okay. He got rear-ended and slammed into another car. His car totaled. Okay. That's still, it's all, it's scary. And I've been in wrecks and it's not fun. So, yeah, I hope that all works out, though. West Webb says, hey, Marcia H. Everybody is welcome here. The Big Hook. You don't mind if I call you the Big Hook, do you? How's my maple syrup hoser doing today? And I think I know who you're referring to. We'll see if Jolie gets back to you on that one. Jolie says, welcome to the truck stop, Marcia H. Good Vibes Tribe says, that sucks, Jeff. Hopefully this next week is way better. And Surrender Bucky says, that's great. Hope the guy was insured. I see too often these assholes not insured wrecking lives. West Webb, so much trouble and woe in the world. There is trouble and there is woe. There is a lot of that. No doubt about it. But hopefully we can also see, the good points, the good parts, and whatever goodness comes our way, just really relish it and, grab onto it as much as you can, There's Jackie. Jackie's in the truck stop. Thanks for stopping by, Jackie. Always good to see you in here. Julie says, glad your son is okay and you're home at Jeff Curry. Hugs. Jeff Curry, monkey. The first thing he said, he had no insurance. Son had to pull the passenger out of the car that hit him. Ooh. Mish says, hit the thumbs up, trucklers. Thanks for that reminder. Hit that thumbs up, hit that share button. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs. We're at 1,550 or something like that. So let's get us up to 2,000. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine little old Trucker John having 2,000 subscribers? It would be such a great thing. Robert, because I remember, just starting out this channel and I had like 0. Of course, everybody starts with 0, so. But boom. Good Vibe Tribes, I have to remind myself sometimes of that. Yeah. Try to find the silver lining, I guess. Robert Perez, thanks for the glitter you've sparked my day. Thanks, Trucker John. You're all right by driver. Marcia, yes, Andrea. Oh, Andrea did share. Oh, well, that was so nice of her to do that. I appreciate Andrea doing that. Jeff Curry says, Julie, it was heart stuff. I'm home and eating a lot of bacon. There you go. Just get right back on the bacon. Doctor's orders. Wes Webb says, oh man, no insurance is dick. There you go. Succinct, to the point. I like it. Wes Webb says, illegal in Illinois to drive without insurance. As it should be. Surrender Monkey says, Jeff Curry, as some folk are just assholes. Why do they do shit unacceptable in society but then fall back on society to protect them? Because they're just stupid hypocrites. Jeff Curry says, Wes, he loved that car. Had one hell of a stereo system. Well, I wonder if he can yank that stereo system out and put it in his new ride that he'll hopefully will eventually get. Anyhow. Wes Webb says, maybe you can salvage the stereo. Oh, me and Wes Webb on the same wavelength there. Harry KP. Hey, Harry KP, good to see you. Says, the last ditch I dug didn't backfill itself. Pitch in. Laughing out loud. That ditch ain't gonna backfill itself, people. Buddy Thompson, it's illegal to drive in Flint without insurance, but I did it for months. Careful, Al. Careful, Buddy Thompson. Hey, look at there. Mish gifted 5 Trucker John memberships. Thank you so much, Mish. That's so nice of you to do that. That's awesome. Now we got 5 more members. Welcome to the membership. I have to be very careful drinking this coffee because when I have the lid on, this coffee stays really hot, really long, and sometimes I forget that it's hot and I burn my tongue. I don't like doing that. I mean, some people might like burning their tongues, but I'm just not into that kind of thing. So yeah, I got those gifts from Mish. Thank you so much. Jeff Curry says, Wes, maybe some of it trunk is smashed in. Doc in Paradise says it's illegal to drive without liability insurance everywhere, but uninsured motorists part of your own policy will cover you if they are uninsured. That is true. I believe I back that statement. I believe that's true. Jolie says, Big Hook, I'm doing great. It's a beauty day. Oh yeah, beauty day, hey? Take off. Hope all is well with you. But take off, hey, you hoser. What do we got going on here? Good Vibes Tribe says, back feels something still broken. I don't know. Wes Webb says, are you using a ditch witch? Good Vibes Tribe. Good Vibes Tribe. Whenever I read Good Vibes Tribe, I want to start singing like a Beach Boys song or something. Good Vibes Tribe. Big Hook says, what a disappointment Merrick Garland has been trying to appease the right. Justice doesn't pick sides but charges criminals. Lawyers figure into who walks and who ends up in jail. Yeah, Merrick Garland, you hear these lawyers, they try to sort of, they're on like Stephanie Miller or on the shows, and they kind of try to like, I think even they're getting sick of it. But for a long time, they were sort of like defending him and saying this is just his style, and he's good. He's a good prosecutor. He's a good whatever AG, and he's just doing his work kind of behind the scenes, and and he's not really a big. A big presence. He's always been sort of mild mannered. But I think even they're getting sick of this fucking like dragging his feet and just being. And to me, I don't know the guy, and whenever I see him speak, I just think, what a fucking milquetoast. We don't need a fucking milquetoast in the fucking an AG, right? I mean, I think we need someone that fucking has some balls, Have some fucking balls, man. I'm tired of this little milquetoast, meek, mild fucking wimpy bullshit. I'm really sick and tired of it. And and that's why fucking Trump gets so much support from MAGA and that's because he had the bluster, and we all know he's full of shit and he's an asshole. I'm not saying there's anything really good about him. But he did have that, that bluster. He's a bloviating fucking and I'm not saying we need to have bloviators on our side. But I'm saying that we need, on Team Blue, we need, but I think we have some. We just need to have someone who's a little ballsy, not. I'm tired of this meek little milquetoast bullshit, and so I agree. I'm there with. I'm kind of tired of the Merrick Garland. I'm not saying he doesn't do a good job or whatever. There's stuff I don't even know about, but sometimes they say image is everything, right? And that this guy has the image of being this little milky toast little motherfucker, And we don't need that. We need some balls. So that's all I got to say about that, I guess. Let me move on to the chat before I dig myself in. Where's that ditch witch? I need to dig myself out of this hole I just dug. Good vibes tribe is not just metaphors, Wes. Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay, so, Good Vibe Tribes, I have dug plenty of ditches, worked on electricity for 15 years, now I'm a seasonal firefighter. Here, KP, Jolie, hold it, I'm still down here, stop pitching in now, put the shovels down. Well, we're gonna milk that metaphor to death, I think. Robert says, by the way, driver, Slava Ukraini, my friend, absolutely. And these colors here, these Rams colors, are very sort of Ukrainian type colors also. By the way. Mr. Spock is in the house. Live long and live long and proper. Live proper and long. I'm changing the Vulcan little saying there. Live long and proper. In other words, live both long and be proper about it. You know me, I'm always changing shit up. I like to change shit up. But good to see you here, Mr. Spock. Good to see you. Wes Webb says, I might be falling asleep. I'm sorry, Wes. I know I can get a little dry here. Trying to stay awake. Of course, when you're pulling those all-nighters, Wes, that's going to happen. You're going to get sleep deprived. Surrender Monkey says, so this is the second time today I've seen Wes using witch. Oh, now, did I miss a witch reference? Ditch witch. Okay. Now, ditch witch is an actual, see, it didn't even occur to me, but yeah, ditch witch, is an actual. So I don't know if we need to go into that there, but what is wrong with you? I come from Pendle, home of the many witch trials for the UK that were put to death by unhinged judge. But ditch witch is an actual piece of equipment. That's not anything. So, What's Web, me too many victims. I don't know. Oh, about the thing. Okay, about the thing, about the witches. Bonnie Thompson, America needs Glenn Kirshner. Yes, Glenn Kirshner would be awesome. I think he's got balls. The man's got some balls on him, I think. Marcia H. says, I think he wanted to not appear to be biased, but he should have point. Hmm. Are you talking about Obama? Didn't want to be biased or something like that? He was trying to appease Mitch McConnell, basically, right? And the stupid Republicans. Good Vibe Prime says, it's depressing, the kind of embarrassing the Justice Department that is. Mr. Fuck Howdy, she's saying howdy. Marcia, crap, hit send too fast. I know, I do that too, Marcia. West Webb, much agreed, sir. Hey, Mr. Spock. Rose Blake's here. Hey, Rose Blake, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Says, I believe in Merrick Garland, but I understand people being frustrated with him. I know, and maybe I was a little too harsh on the guy. But maybe not. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Who knows? Jeff Curry says, damn it, I just spilled iced tea down myself all the way to my sock. And I'm glad you said sock. You know how when you're reading and you kind of anticipate a word? So anyway, yeah. Misha says, proper is boring. Is it? Yeah, is being proper good and proper? Living long and proper? I don't know. But CAH says he should have appointed Jack Smith sooner. I don't think they expected TFG to announce a bid for presidency so soon. Now he looks weak. Well, I just think, for me, like, it's just the presentation. The way Merrick Garland, and the guy can't change himself. I guess he is what he is. I'm just saying, when I see him talk, I just see this little fucking milquetoast that doesn't put 1 ounce of fear in me at all. Like, you know, I mean, I think as a attorney general, and you know, you're kind of like a prosecutor in a way, right? You're like the you know, there should be something where you kind of strike fear into people, and the guy does not do that. Doc in Paradise says, took that thumb. Well, Mr. Spock there was saying that we had that kind of controversy, or not controversy, but we had that discussion where it was the thumb in, is the thumb out, and then we decided. Well, Spock said that it's out, so you know, we've been going back and forth on that, I guess. Good Vibe Tribes, live long and prosper. Laughing my ass off. West Webb says, I woke up at 1 a.m. and stayed awake for a couple hours. Well, that sucks when you wake up and you can't go back to sleep and it's the middle of the night. Unless you're just doing coke and you got a couple good looking hookers next to you or something, then that would be maybe the exception. Maybe, I don't know. Big Hook says, documents drop with delays and no emptying of the Justice Department of these Republican Party officials who refuse to change these RNC contributor grifters. Accountability is applicable to everyone. It sure as fuck should be, huh? West Webb says, it is an amazing machine. Digs ditches and buries cables. Yes. I've never operated one myself, but I have seen them in operation. Surrender Monkey says, nah, he used Witch in Hal's chat. I see all I'm a monkey. Yeah, but I don't know, I can't comment on that. I don't know what was going on over there, but I know over here, the usage was fine. Rose Blake says at West Webb, he's a perfectionist. I agree. Thank you. Are you talking about me? No. West Webb, there is enough going on in the courts right now. Trumpies already think that Big Donnie is being persecuted. Oh, poor little Donnie has been being persecuted. They're picking on poor little Donnie. It's all a big conspiracy just to keep him from being the president. These are all trumped up charges, no pun intended. They have 91 counts of felony counts against him. It's all trumped up, but no pun intended. Poor little Donnie. I feel so sorry for him. Fuck you, fucking MAGA. I'm talking to MAGA. I'm not talking to anybody in the chat when I say fuck you. By the way, let's see. That was, I hadn't seen. I should have done that. West Webb says the Florida case will be open and shut as soon as the judge allows a trial. Bonnie Thompson says Merrick Garland delayed opening. Investigation Trump into a year. A year! That's right. Good emphasis. Fancy. Hey, everybody. Hey, Fancy. Good to see you. Good to see you coming back in the chat. Always good to see old Fancy. Fell asleep. Westwood says, I fell asleep early, I think. Who knows? Because you fall asleep. It's not like you're like, so you just fall asleep. You don't exactly know exactly when, right? Rose Blake here says, Garland was waiting for Jack Smith to heal from a broken pelvis. Woo, how'd that happen? Smith was also waiting for his replacement on a case. Garland specifically wanted Smith. All right, Rose, I appreciate that clarification. I know a lot of us are being a little harsh on Merrick Garland. I know. And what do we know? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not in the know. So, but thanks for that. That does, make sense. Dog in Paradise says, Merrick Garland should have been a SCOTUS. He was never a pit bull with a justice mindset. He is overcompensating to appear non-biased, in my opinion. Now, I know that was the thing. Everyone says that he should have been a SCOTUS, but I wonder if we would be happy. Where would he be on? Because I'm not sure if I trust the guy as far. I guess I don't think he would have voted to overturn Roe v. Wade. So there's that. Bonnie Thompson says, I didn't know, Red Rose Blake. Thanks for the info. Yeah, that was some good info. It's good to be informed. Serena Bucket says, that Dog in Paradise is right. It's not just your opinion. Okay. Excuse me. Rose Blake says that Bonnie Thompson, yes, I have been following him for quite a while. He's perfect for this case. Jack Smith or Merrick Garland, or both. But I've heard that Jack Smith is really, a no-nonsense kind of guy. He seems like the good guy to have for this. Did something get erased? Something kind of fell there in the chat. Misha says 100%, the Dog in Paradise. Harry KP says the nurse on the med help line asked me if I could feel my anus. After I told him about the tingling toes to crotch, gotta go check, be right back. That was a few weeks ago, laughing out loud. That might be TMI, I'm not sure. We're bordering on TMI there, I don't know. Jolie is reminding everyone to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for that reminder. Absolutely. Let's get those likes. We got 20 watching and 21 likes. That's pretty good, but I think we could do better. Hit that share button so we can get some more people watching and get the subscribers up. We need to get to 2,000, folks. We've been lingering at this 1,550 for way too long. We need to get up to 2 grand. Can we do it? Can we get to 2,000 subscribers? That is the question. Jeff Curry says, my first grade teacher caught me cussing and told me I'd never be anything but a ditch digger. I became a banker, so maybe she was right. Bankers do a lot of ditch digging, do they? Rose Blake says, Jack Smith was hit by a car while bicycling. He's a triathlete. That motherfucker. That'll teach him to be all athletic and shit. Gonna get hit by a car, motherfucker. West Webb, specifically you, butthole? I guess that was the talking about the Harry KP post there. Marcia H says, Doc in Paradise, exactly. Fancy says, one chance for what? I don't know. West says, your butthole? Rose Blake says, both, John. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. I thought you meant both. Mr. Spock says, sounds suspicious, getting hit by a car. I know. Right? Fancy says, I'm going to share you on Threads. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I do post that I'm going live on Threads because I have a Threads account too. But today I didn't. So thank you for doing that. If you do that, that'd be great. And I was on X, and I was looking at a post, and somebody they had a link to Tribal. Have you guys ever gone to Tribal? I just made an account today for Tribal. So I thought I'd check that out. Because everybody wants to jump ship over at X because Elon Musk has fucked it up. beyond all recognition. And I've tried other things, like that. What was it called? I don't know. I haven't really liked everything. Yeah, like there's Threads and there's Substack and all that. I just really like. I really like the old Twitter. I just love the format. I thought it was great, and nothing really has, replaced it. So, but anyhow, I just tried Tribel. If you guys, it's Tribel. I pronounce it tribal, like tribal, but it might be tribal. I don't know, trouble. Maybe it's trouble. Troubles with tribbles. We were just talking about that yesterday, huh? But anyhow, but thanks for doing that. Thanks for sharing that out. Fancy. Rosebank says, I don't see Merrick Garland backing down yet anyway. I know. Maybe I'm a bit harsh, and I'm sure, like I said, it's his image, it's his presentation where he comes off as meek and mild and wimpy. But also I've heard, from the experts, from the lawyers and the attorneys and whatever, that always give him really good praise about being such a great, lawyer or prosecuting attorney or whatever. So what do I know? I don't know shit, Sort of Mike says, that Trucka John, you need a PlayStation 5 and the game Snow. Truckas. So there's a game called Truckers? Fancy says, I like your sparkles. Yeah, I'm sparkling. I'm a sparkling trucker, which means I'm a truckler. And that means you guys are trucklers, if you're in this chat, I guess, apparently. Buddy Thompson says, Sort of Monkey, do you have any Irish in your ancestry? Boy, does he ever. No, I don't know. Who doesn't have Irish in their ancestry? That's what I want to know. Bonnie Thompson says, I already read that. Marcia H says, West Webb, I'm laughing my butt off, pun intended. Fancy says, yeah, I left Twitter a long time ago. Jeff Curry says, getting hit by a car is overrated. It's actually no fun at all. Tears up your three-wheeler too. Yeah, it's not recommended. Let's just put it that way. Getting hit by a car is not recommended. 3 out of 4 doctors don't recommend it. The other fourth is some, who knows? He got hit by a car and couldn't make a comment, apparently. Fancy says, Irish roots. Hoo-hoo. Now, tomorrow is St. Patty's Day, isn't it? So don't forget to wear the green unless you're doing a live stream then, or some sort of video. Unless you want to have someone like Hal Sparks, put stuff on your green shirt. Westweb says, talented lady Bobby Gentry. Her ode to Billy Joel outshone her, though. I love that song. Mr. Spock, what's a PS5 worth? Anyone know? I'm thinking $750 range. I don't know. I don't know either. I haven't priced them in a while. I don't know what they're going for. West Webb says Scholar. Okay. Bob LeBlanc is here. I wobble too, and it ain't the fun kind. But do you not fall down? I don't know. Rosebank says, Jeff Curry, it must be hard on the body because Jack Smith looked really bad for a while. Yeah, getting hit, like I said, not recommended. Surrender Monkey says, apparently I'm more Scottish than English, so possibly I'm staunch UK Lancashire, God save the Queen guy, fuck the king, I'm joking. Yeah, you better put that little addendum in there, little caveat, in case the Royal Guard comes and scoops you up or whatever. I don't know what they do over there. Hey, fancy convoy going. There's a convoy. Bob LeBlanc says, all about the bass. It's all about the bass. Wes Webb says, Obama asked around and lots of folks said that Garland was the most qualified to be justice. Okay, he asked around, so at least he asked around, Yeah, I'm just asking around. What do you think about this Merrick Garland guy? Jeff Curry says, Rose, it was very hard on the body. Broke leg hurt less than the rest of me due to impact. Sorry, Maggie says, I was QLR, Queen's Lancashire Regiment. And all that good stuff. Because I spit on the camera. I spit on your camera. Let's see here. Jeff Curry says, Rose, it was very broke leg. I already read that. I just read that. What am I doing reading it twice? Harry KP says, hit by cars smoking Camels in the parking lot? Or lot? That could happen. It could happen. You know, you never know. You're just having a nice smoke, in the parking lot, minding your own business, and some asshole comes whipping around. Next thing you know, you're just all akimbo. Good Vibes Tribe says, AG is positioned with a long line of being shitbags. Rose Blake says, I stand by Garland because he's a Scorpio. I don't care what Obama says. Wes Webb says, I got whiplash when I was 17, never fully recovered. Really? After all these years, you never recovered from the whiplash? That's some serious motherfucking whiplash. Bonnie Thompson says, ooh, I'm impressed at Surrender Monkey. Surrender Monkey. He's a monkey. Big Hook, the Big Hook, says, do they still pinch you if you forget to wear green on St. Patty's Day? I believe they do. Surrender Monkey says, PS5 is about $5.50 both pound and dollar, I guess, which is shitty because... Or I don't know if that's euro or pound or what. I'm ignorant. Is worth more than. Sorry, you guys aren't in the euro anymore, so I guess that's the pound. Is that the British pound? It's worth more than dollars. Rose Blake says, Jeff, I am really sorry for all the pain you have been through. Marcia H. I'm sorry, I said Marcia. I should know better. Marcia H. says, yes, a big hook. Bobble Bank, oh man. Oh wait, happy St. Pat's Day. Happy St. Pat's Day to you tomorrow. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Harry KP, my doctor sent me to the parking lot. I don't know, did he? Only you know. Good Vibe Tribe says, I guess it's kind of the job. MJ Daniels here. Hey, good to see you, MJ Daniel. Notice I didn't say Mick Daniel. As a Seahawks fan, I am not sad Donald is retiring. I bet. I am sad. Like I said, if the guy don't want to play, if it's not, if he's lost the passion to play, then it's hard to play. It's really hard to do. Football is a very physically demanding game, and I can only imagine what it's like at that level, at the NFL level. And you still gotta have a passion for it to do it. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have a passion for the game, then every time you get hit, every time you get hurt or banged up, you're just like, why the fuck am I doing this? Why the fuck am I even doing this? So, but I really wish, I thought he was going to play another couple more, at least, because I know after they won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, he was talking about retiring. And then he went ahead and re-signed and he's played a couple more years. So I know that thought's been in the back of his head this whole time. I really thought he was going to play a couple more seasons. And so this is it does come to a big shock, especially to Rams fans. I think this kind of came out of the blue. I think we all thought he was going to be here for at least this coming season. But it's his decision. And like I said, if you don't have the passion to play, then it's probably good to step away, because otherwise you're going to be miserable, and you're going to make everyone around you miserable, and it just can't. I don't think it could work very well. So. But it's sad. It's kind of bittersweet. The guy had a great career. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going to go down as being one of the best defensive players of all time. And just a great career, and by all accounts, a pretty good guy, good guy and everything. So enjoy your retirement, Aaron Donald. Thanks for all the great memories, for all the great games you played, and just go out and enjoy the rest of your life. You're still a young man. You've got family and kids and everything. And you got money, so go enjoy your family life and go and have fun. While the rest of us, are saying, "God damn it, Aaron." Anyhow, so we got Jeff Tree says, "Rose, I will admit, the better part of it was my own doing." Rose Blake says, "You're funny, John," or "John, you're funny." Sometimes I reverse things. Well, sometimes I'm funny without even knowing it. The Big Hook says, reminds me of the come on, do you have Irish in you? Would you like some German in you? That's interesting. Rose Blake again with that. I guess Rose Blake knows if she puts the convoy things in it, I'm going to go. They know. I don't know why I said she, because I don't know why I'm assigning gender. That's my bad. Rose Blake says, we all have done foolish things. I believe that's true. I think I would agree with that. Jeff Curry says, guess folks get confused about St. Petty Day here. I get pinched on the ass all the time. Well, it's just such a lovely ass. Who could resist? MJ Daniel says, Irish on my mother and father's sides of the family. I definitely have Irish on my mom's side. Swindler Monkey says, whiplash in a quadricycle. Did they even have seatbelts in 1897 at West Webb? Mr. Spock, I almost snapped my neck in a motorcycle accident, fifth gear red line on a RZ 350. Wow. I'm glad you didn't snap your neck. Barry Thompson says, Road Lake, yes, we have. That's why I'm divorced and have had 3 children. Rose Blake, probably because you're cute, Jeff. About getting his ass pinched all the time. Just can't resist. West says, these guys get hurt more than they admit. Oh yeah, they're banged up. I mean, there's no such thing as not being hurt, even if you're not officially, hurt. Big Hook says, what do you buy Irish? What do you buy Irish for now? For how are you with new Phi accent? That threw me for a loop there, Big Hook. Harry Kibbe says, Ben Franklin invented the seatbelt. No? Okay, apparently Pisces Greeter is in here. We have an issue with Pisces Greeter TK. I cannot see her post, and I do not know why. I have exhaustively gone through and looked at all my devices, my laptop, my phone, did I say laptop twice? My iPad, laptop, my phone, and I've gone into all the things to see if there's anybody who's been blocked. Pisces Greeter has not been blocked by me, not been blocked by Jolie, but for some reason, and I think Jolie can see Pisces Greeter, I think, but I cannot see Pisces Greeter. I do not know why. I do not know why. I don't know what happened. My apologies to Pisces Greeter. So if I don't acknowledge your posts, it's not because I'm ignoring you or anything like that. I just cannot see you. But apparently you're here, so thank you for being here. Jeff Trey says, Rose, that's most likely why. Yeah, because he's so cute. There's Don O'Leary with the Shamrocks. Thanks for being here, Don O'Leary. Always good to see Don. West Webb says, old friend played arena football, cleaned his clock, now has Parkinson's. Yeah. I don't know if it's related, but could be. Sorry to hear about the Parkinson's. That's sad. MJ Daniel, not as if he needs the money. It is time. Yeah, he doesn't need the money. If it is time, it's time. Some players hang on too long. But that's the thing, is that Aaron Donald has really shown no signs of slowing down or losing a step. He's playing at the top of his game. I mean, he is a physical specimen, this guy, and he still gets triple teamed almost every play. he still was, opposing teams. I mean, their number one concern of how they're going to attack the Rams defense was always through Aaron Donald. I mean, and now that's gone. And the thing is, and Aaron, like what I was saying, Aaron Donald didn't look at all like he was physically, ready for retirement. He hasn't lost a step at all. He is playing as good as he's ever played, going by the last season and going into this season. So that's the thing. If it had looked like, oh, he's kind of lost a step, he's not as good, then you could say, yeah, I could see how he's retiring. But he's at the top. It's almost like maybe like, I don't know, when Barry Sanders retired. I think he was still didn't show like he had, it looked like he could have played 5 more years or something. But so that's the thing. That's the kind of perplexing thing about it, is that he could have played at an All-Pro, Hall of Fame level, I think, for at least another 2 or 3 more years, at least, probably more. But so that's the kind of the shocking thing. That's the most shocking thing, is that this guy is still a great player, still the greatest. He's still the GOAT, and he's playing at GOAT level. And so but there's also the saying is better to quit too early than too late, or something like that. And I think he's quitting too early. But anyhow, and like I said, it's his decision. It's his body. It's his life. It's his family. That's all. It's not me. I can't. We can be upset about it, but it's not going to change the fact if the guy doesn't want to play, doesn't want to play, man. Big Hook says, "Do you partake of Irish coffee?" If you're talking to me, I'll drink Irish coffee, but I'm not even sure what it is. Is Irish coffee like you got to put booze in it? If you got to put a little booze in it, I'm there. Mr. Spock says, I avoided a really bad motorcycle accident once. Tight turn with a guardrail and 30-foot drop to ocean. Went off the next tighter turn right into a mucky swamp. Which I suppose, out of the 2 choices, that would be the better one. Let's see. I'm going to skip on down a little bit because I know I'm really behind. Big Hook says, Pisces is too angelic for you, Joker John. Hug and kisses, Teresa. But Siri does not understand, Big Hook. It says, I do not understand. So there. Surrender Monkey says, no, it's all one account. If you blocked her, you can just find her in your... I looked at the block list, and she's not on there, Surrender Monkey. I looked at the block list. And I looked on all my devices just to make sure. Because the YouTube Studio is different than on my iPad or my iPhone. I have to actually go into my computer and do it through there. And I looked on there too. And there's no blockage of Pisces Greeter. Mr. Spock says, someone good at typing should transpose for Pisces Greeter TK, laughing out loud. Fancy says, I'll do it. I'll do it, man. I'll do it. I'm there. I'll do it. Unless Teresa blocked you. Oops. Well, that's the thing. I think maybe Teresa accidentally, or maybe on purpose, I don't know, either blocked me or hid me or did something to me. But I don't think it's on my end. I don't know. Doc in Paradise says, oh, Pisces Greeter TK, check your block list. You may have blocked Trucker John. That's what I was thinking. Marcia H says, Pisces Greeter TK, I assume you've checked your own blocked list. Maybe accidentally blocked by mistake. Just a thought. That's what I think. We're all on the same page here. Mr. Spock says, can you unblock people you've blocked? Yes, you can. You can. Fancy says, Pisces says, sorry, I do not feel it's on my end due to other channels. That's true, because I do see Pisces Greeter on the other chats. And if she had blocked me, or if I had blocked her, well, I don't think we would see each other anywhere, right? So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. And this has been going on now, what, for a few days now, or like a week or whatever. So maybe it's not on her end, maybe it's not on my end, but it's on someone's end. I don't know where it is, though. And hopefully someday we'll get it figured out, but I don't know. Let's see. Big Cook says, better to go out on top than risk life-altering injury. Yeah, that's always the risk. You know, every play out there, something could happen. Donald Leary says, you probably already covered this, but who is the Viking player who left? Oh, well, I didn't cover it because I don't give a fuck about the Vikings. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know who the Viking player was that left. I have no idea. Maybe someone else in the chat could know about that or talk about that. Any Vikings fans out there? Mr. Spock says, I was on Tim Fool chat and I tried to block the entire chat. Laughing my fucking ass off. Sort of says, I think you have to go to your account and into options, block people. I did that. Surrender Monkey. I did it. And it says I don't have anyone blocked. So, Fancy, did you check? I checked. I did check. Marcia H says, I don't know really. I'm not YouTube illiterate yet. I still miss comments to me in regular posts. Just learned how to access them recently. Yeah, make sure you're on all chats. Fancy says, Pisces said maybe she blocked you. Uh-oh. Well, so I wonder if she blocked me, then why do I see her on the other chats? Robert Press says, looks like time's up soon, driver, so I'll see you Tuesday morning. Adios, Johnny. Thank you, Robert, for being here. I do appreciate you coming by. Thanks for spending your time with me, because time is our most valuable asset, and so I appreciate any time that all y'all spend with me. It's invaluable, right? So thanks for being here, Robert. Be safe out there, and yeah, we'll see you Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Right here on this channel. Right here. Wes says YouTube is wonky. It's wonky. It's a bit... It almost sounds like I'm saying donkey. Donkey. Anyhow. Fancy Pisces says sorry if she blocked you. Well, and I'm sorry for the whole thing. I don't know what's going on. But like I said, hopefully someday it'll work out. I don't know. Mrs. Spock, where's the block list? I looked it up on my account for blocked users, and it says you have no blocked users. Sweeter Monkey says it's easy done. I nearly accidentally blocked Trucker John yesterday for simping for Wes while he was trying to attention seek. Oh, which one of us was attention seeking, Wes or me, or both? Fancy got the convoy going. Donald Leary says, I can't see Ruben M. Maybe I accidentally blocked him. I can't see Ruben M. either. Is Ruben M. in here? I don't see Ruben M. Do I see Ruben M.? I don't see a Ruben M. But I have it on all chats, by the way. So. West Webb says, laugh it out loud, monkey. 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 Mr. Spock says, thanks, Jackie. I'll find it maybe. Laughing out loud. Laughing out loud. He's laughing out loud. Laughing his cute little ass off. Marcia H says, Mr. Spock, I have had to Google several questions about YouTube and Facebook. Maybe ask there where to find it. You just go into your settings and there's like a thing about blocked accounts or whatever. I've done it, but anyhow. Mr. Spock says 420 pass, puff pass. But Donald Leary says that algorithm told me how to unblock someone. It didn't work. Oh. Dog in Paradise says, Surrender Monkey, as much as I love the ladies, someone in the chat who was using tactics to get the entire chat to pile on Wes. It's horrible and not The first time she's done it for attention. Yes, and that particular person I think may have unblocked me. I mean, may have blocked or may have unsubbed me because usually that person comes into this chat, and I may have pissed her off or something because that particular person I don't see in here today. But anyhow, whatever. Fancy says it has had troubles today on YouTube. Oh, Kirk Cousins. What's with Kirk Cousins and another guy with a funny name. Kirk Cousins is a quarterback. And he's a pretty good quarterback. He played for the Rams for a while. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. But it's funny. There's no patience anymore in the NFL. If you don't come to a team and get to a Super Bowl like in 1 or 2 years, then they consider you to be a failure. And they want to ship you out. Everybody wants that immediate gratification of being a Super Bowl champion. And it ain't going to happen to everybody. Brian Thompson says, Doc in Paradise. Yes, she has. Donald Larry says, different chat. Different chat. Mr. Spock says, pick up some Do-Se-Do strain today. Okay, that's you guys. I don't know about that stuff. Hey, Julie says Trucker John now has channel memberships and super chats. That's right. We do have the super chat feature. If you want to help support the show, help us to grow and grow and grow and get bigger and nastier. Subscribing, sharing, and you can buy me a coffee. We have that Buy Me a Coffee app. We've got some good supporters over there. And thank you guys. I always so thankful for everything you do, whether it's just being here is a great thing, and liking, subscribing, and sharing. Those are like awesome. And then and if you're able to do a little bit more and go to the super chats and the Buy Me a Coffee, that is so greatly appreciated. It helps us to keep the show going and someday to be a huge platform. Someday we'll be bigger than Hal Sparks. I could only imagine. Rosebank says, I left Hal's chat last night because everyone was jumping on Wes. It was like it was really weird. Well, I don't know if I want to get into it, but I do notice there's a couple people that aren't here today that usually come in, and it's probably a result of that, and that's fine, and it's probably maybe we're better off without them. But I just want, here's all I'm going to say about this, and then maybe we'll move on. There are certain people, there was a certain person especially, who is just, what in my opinion, was just a shit stirrer. And was stirring up shit that wasn't even there. And it just led to this whole thing. And then people they only see the shit stirrer. They don't see what the alleged shit was. And then they'll just pile on and say, yeah, don't do that. But they're just going by the shit stirrer. And the shit stirrer was stirring up some made up, shit. So anyhow, that's all I'm going to say about that. And that's all I got to say about that, Jenny. Anyhow, Jeff Gray says, think I'll have edibles and go to farm and hunt mushrooms and shoot crossbow. Or I could take a nap. Yeah, either one sounds great. So are you shooting the mushrooms with your crossbow? Acquiring minds want to know. Wes Webb says she plays the victim constantly. Wants everybody to feel sorry for her. I just blocked, but she didn't stop, and I'm the one who got booted. Yeah. So anyhow, like I said, hopefully that's done and over with. I guess we don't need to beat that dead horse. Fancy said, I saw something in House Chat yesterday. I didn't know what was happening. Yeah, it got crazy. Jolie says, it's ridiculous. Rosebank, I've just been listening to Hal instead of chatting. I know, and usually I don't watch the chat quite so closely because it does distract from me from listening to Hal, and I'd rather listen to Hal. So I'll listen to Hal, and then I'll look at chat, and then Hal. I kind of go back and forth. But yesterday's after the late show yesterday, I found myself just watching the chat so much for the first hour and 10 minutes because I could see the shit starting again, and I wanted to monitor that shit. And after an hour and 10 minutes, I was like, this is fucking exhausting. And I'm like, fuck this shit. And then I just sort of went back to my thing where I kind of look at chat for a little bit. I kind of, howl. And it's just exhausting trying to keep up with these shit stirrers, Sort of says, oh, you mean Suzanne? Okay. You had to say her name, didn't you? You just had to say her name. Okay. I hadn't seen it like that. I'm aware now. Thank you. Westwood says, I'm going to go ahead and do a little editing, but I'm due for a nap or I will fall asleep early again. Well, can you just wait another 50 minutes? We'll do about another 50 minutes. Go take a 5-hour energy or something. I don't know. Pop open a Mountain Dew and do a railer. Sort of Monkey says, I trust you, Dog in Paradise. I do not subscribe to Wes being awkward in chats. Awkward? Awkward? That's putting it mildly. No. Rose Blake, I think it's possible someone is trying to make Hal lose viewers. Well, there's always that. I kind of agree, Rose. Yeah, I mean, there's saboteurs. There's, of course, there's the out-and-out trolls. But there could be the sneaky ones, Westweb says there are cliques and cabals. It's like junior high or Big Brother. Yeah. All over again. Hell, even high school is full of cliques. Dog in Paradise says, oh, Wes has been a poop in chat, but it is better to block someone than try to force the chat to choose sides. Well, when Wes, and then Wes, I don't mean to make this like we're just bagging on you. But yeah, Wes can be a poop in chat. Okay, we all know. We've seen this stuff. But Wes is also, I think, a really good guy. And he means well, I think. And as far as like yesterday, both in the morning show and the afternoon show, I did not see Wes being poopy at all. That was my issue. They were trying to say that he was saying shit that he wasn't saying. Or maybe they were basing it on some past shows or some other chats. And that's a moot point. I don't give a fuck about other shows and past shows and other chats. What was he doing right then? And I don't mean to be talking, Wes, like you're not here. I know you're here. That was my issue. They were bringing up stuff that wasn't even happening. And trying to make it sound like it was happening. And it wasn't happening. It was bullshit. And it was, I don't even know if I'm going to say the guy's name, but there was a certain guy in there he was the one stirring up the shit. It wasn't even so much Suzanne. It was another person who was doing it. And that was what got me involved. Because usually I stay out of this shit. But when I saw this, what I call shit stirring, and it was made up shit. And then other people were just going off of that and piling on based on this made up shit. That's what got me pissed off. Okay, because if you want to call somebody out for something, fine, but it better be there, and it wasn't there. Yeah, so I keep saying that's all I'm going to say about it, and then you guys, I try to get out, and you guys pull me back in. I try to get out, and they pull me back in. Oh, you guys. Anyhow, Don Larry, the stir person. Wes says, I thought that too, Rose Blake. I am losing interest in him myself. I used to think he was awesome. I fully agree, Doc, Jeff Curry. I was in other room and heard shit stir. Why y'all talking about my ex? Unintentionally, as well. Done a very nice impression, Tom Hanks. That's all I got to say about that, Jenny. I do know what love is, Jenny. Mama always told me life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, I was owner of the bubble gum Trump. Don't get me started. Rosebeck says, Wes, I love Hal. I love Hal too. I do love Hal. I do. I really do. He's playing tonight. Damn it, I didn't know. I think I can go for free. But I want to drive tonight. That's the thing. But because I think he's playing in a lounge at the Virgin Hotel, which is about a mile off the strip. It's located on Harmon and Paradise, the corner there. And they have a lounge, like a bar. I think they're playing there. I think it might be free because they have a concert hall or concert, whatever you want to call it, and that's where Bret Michaels is playing, and that's like you have to have tickets for that. And if I understood how, that's why I think he's not really promoting it, maybe because it's like a free thing, and maybe I don't know, but I think they're playing in a lounge where you can just walk in, and I think maybe I'll just walk in tonight. Maybe I'll shoot a little video. I don't know if I'll do live. Maybe I'll just shoot some video and post it if I can get away with it. Because you're inside casinos and lounges, it's a little bit different. But maybe I can get a few seconds or a few minutes of it. Maybe I'll post it. Maybe I will walk in tonight and see if I can catch Nerd Halen tonight at the Virgin. And I think it's their lounge where I'm pretty sure. I don't think you need reservations or anything. I think it's like a bar. Now it might be too full to go in, maybe, but. They might pack the house, or it might be empty. Who knows? But once they start playing, I'm sure everyone's going to want to go in there because they're awesome. So maybe tonight, if I'm out and about, and maybe I'll go in there and see if I can check out a little Nerd Halen. I'm not sure what time. It's going to be whenever Bret Michaels is over, so it might be kind of late night stuff. But that's awesome. So I'm going to try to get in to see Nerd Halen tonight. I just decided that I am going to try. I'm going to go check it out because I don't think there's any tickets. I think it's just a free thing. You go into Virgin Hotel and check out the lounge, and I'm going to check out Nerd Halen, and I'll see if I can get a little video snippet. I'm not going to do the whole thing live or whatever, or tape the whole thing, but maybe I can tape a few minutes of it, or maybe a song, maybe, and I'll post it right here on the Trucker John channel. So something for you guys to look forward to, maybe, huh? But I'll keep you guys apprised of that situation. Maybe I'll just send it out to members only, because I guess when you have a membership, I guess there's things I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not good at this. I guess there's stuff I'm supposed to be doing for members to give them little extras. Like, so if you're a member, so here's what we'll do. If you're a member, I'll see if I can, and plus I'm kind of stupid. I'll see if I can do that. If I can do a video that's like for members only, and it will be Nerd Halen from tonight. How's that? So if you guys want to see some exclusive Nerd Halen footage from tonight's concert at the Virgin Hotel in their lounge, I guess can you call that a concert? But anyhow, it's in a lounge. They're like lounge lizards now, and I mean that affectionately. If I could do that, if you want to see that, then that means you need to be a member. How's that? How's that for tricky marketing, or whatever you want to call it? Savvy. I think it's savvy marketing. Maybe Jolie can help me figure that out too, of how I would do that. Mr. Spock says, just take some shrooms. Okay. Shroomaker says, well, if I'm anything, I'm honest and blunt. Sorry. Don't be sorry. Hey, man. West Webb says, some folks seem to think that all we need to agree at all times, be anti-religion and preach one-party loyalty. Well, I agree, Wes, as far as I think we all are entitled to our opinions, and I think it's okay to express your opinion. And just because your opinion might not line up with my opinion or whatever, that doesn't mean that you deserve, or anyone deserves, to be pilloried for that. I like hearing other people's opinions. I like hearing the other side. I like trying to find out or figure out, where they're coming from. or why do they think what they think? Why do they think that it's okay to take away women's autonomy, their bodily autonomy, or whatever? Why do they think these things? Why do they think that people should just be able to carry as many guns, as much ammo, wherever they are, whenever they want, wherever they want, with no restrictions? Why do they think that? I like to hear the other side. Bonnie Thompson says, if Hal wasn't funny and just discussed facts, I'd stop dropping in. My anxiety brain needs a shot of humor. Exactly. I mean, that's his appeal. He's very funny, a very charming guy, and we all love him. Even Wes loves him. Wes says, laughing out loud, I haven't had those in years, Mr. Spock. The shrooms. The Big Hook says, constructive criticism is fine, but nonsensical arguments, when presented with evidence and facts that show you wrong, just makes you more trouble than you are worth. Well, yeah, sometimes you do feel like you're beating your head against the wall, and at some point you got to say, okay, I'm tired of beating my head against the wall, and I'm going to move on. Dr. Paradise says he was behaving. Yes, I agree. I agree with that. Mish says, I like coming here and just chilling on Saturdays. That's absolutely. Let's just chill. Let's just chill, man. Donald Leary says, Wes, don't you call Liberal Dan? Yes, he does call in to Liberal Dan. Just the other day he did. I'll answer for him. I guess I'm answering for him. Marcia H says, Wes Webb, it would be awful if we were all the same. Yeah, wouldn't that be kind of boring? If we were just clones, and I guess, or whatever, Fancy says, I came in on the end of it, didn't know what had happened. Ass says, sometimes chatting can be misunderstood. Yes, exactly. I mean, you do have to be careful, because I learned that the hard way. I think hopefully a lot of us have been around enough that we've learned that, like, sarcasm doesn't, a lot of times doesn't, translate, or it's hard to see, or certain jokes and things. That's why you almost got to always either put LOL or put a little laughing emoji or something if you're joking, because people don't know you're joking. And I've been misunderstood in that way many a time. Wes Webb says some people like to have a villain, and I'm just going to skip down because I am pretty far behind. We're talking about the issues from yesterday. I think we can move on from that. I think we can move on a bit. Let's see here. Marcia H. Ask, I think that happened at House today. I'm usually on Facebook. I didn't feel like chatting, so I thought I would check YouTube today. Someone got timed out because one person's comments were vague at first. Anyhow, so I think we can move off of this little subject. I'm going to skip on down to the other side. I'm going to skip on down. Let's see. MJ Daniels sounds like fun. I'm not sure. When I'm skipping down, I do miss the thread. I'm out of the thread here. Okay, so Mr. Spock did something. Everyone's saying sounds nice. So let me go back up to what Mr. Spock do. Oh, I took some last night. Got my brain reset proper. Was that shrooms or something? There's Fancy. I said there's the convoy. I'm like a Pavlov dog now. I'm one of Pavlov's dogs. Every time I see that Fancy puts the convoy, I have to go. They've got me hooked, I guess. Mr. Spock, I'm a grandfather again. My daughter had a boy. She named him Logan. Well, congratulations, Mr. Spock. Congratulations. Mish says, Chris, going well, loving the sunshine we're getting. Just gorgeous here. Let's see. I'm skipping down. Mish says, congratulations, Mr. Spock. Does he have your ears? There you go. Sweater Monkey says, Jolie, can you see my post? Tell John. What did I skipped. I don't know what did I miss? I've been seeing your posts, Surrender Monkey. Yeah, but I skipped down because I was getting off of that subject. and I'm behind like 20 minutes probably. So I do see you though, Surrender Monkey. Let's see here. Surrender Monkey says you get guest passes as a perk if you are a Patreon member for selected venues, I think. Okay. But I think for like a membership, I think I can post things in the community page maybe that are just for members. So if you go on my channel and this is the community tab, I can post I think I can post a video on there and I can restrict it to members only. I think that's what I can do. So if you guys want to see the Nerd Halen bit of footage that I might get, I might just get a few minutes. It's not going to be like the whole however long they're playing. They might play for a couple hours. I don't know. But maybe I can do one song or something, and I'll post that on my community page, and I can set it on there for members only, and that would be subscriber. I think it says members only, and that means subscribers, right? And so you guys know how to do that. You guys know how to go to my channel and look at the community tab, right? And that would be a members only posting. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Jeff Curry says, Joel, your song on YouTube now. Video comes out Wednesday. Fancy says, I saw Hal's comedy act, but never any music. Yeah, he performs with Nerd Halen. They're like a Van Halen tribute band, but of course, they put a little funny take on it where they dress up like nerds. But these guys are Class A musicians. The guy, Caleb, who plays lead guitar, is a maestro on that guitar. Of course, there's Hal. He's a great singer, and he does the splits like David Lee Roth used to do. And most of the songs are pretty much played straight. Like they're not like really parodies. They're just covering for the most part. But they do for Pretty Woman. They do change that to Nerdy Woman. So they do change that up a little bit. And there might be some other songs where they might change a lyric here to make it kind of funny or more appropriate to the nerd theme. But for the most part, they play those songs pretty much just straight up, just like Van Halen. And they sound great. Like I say, Caleb, the lead guitarist, is awesome. So I'll try to get a little footage. Like I said, I don't think I can sit there and tape the whole show, but I could probably maybe do a song, one of their songs. I could probably get away with it, maybe, hopefully. I'm not sure how strict they are about taping, but I think I can get away with doing like one song. And if not, whatever I can get, I'll get, and we'll post it. Members only. So if you want to watch it, you need to be a subscriber. Chris, hey, there's Chris. Hi, Chris. Thanks for being here. Reminding us that there is no Hal on Monday. So that made me think, hey, should I go live on Monday? If you guys think I should go live on Monday, we could do a 9 a.m. Pacific time Monday, and we could do a 3 p.m. Pacific time also on Monday. Let me know if you guys like coming in, hanging out, shooting shit. I'm not as funny and I'm not as smart as Hal. None of that. But if you guys want to hang out on Monday, let me know in the chat, and then we'll go from there. If I can get enough feedback on that, then that would be great, because I don't want to do it if no one wants to do it. You know what I mean? But so yeah, let me know if you guys think I should do, or if you guys want me to do a Monday show, or maybe 2 shows. Maybe just do one show. What's best? Should we do a morning one? Should we just do an afternoon one? Should we do both? Should we do neither? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. I'm 20 minutes behind in the chat, so in about 20 minutes from now, maybe I'll see what's going on. I don't know if I'm 20 minutes behind, but I am definitely behind. Good Vibes Tribe says, I don't need to know why someone wants to kill me. I just need to know they want me dead. I'm not sure what that references to. Swinnerman says, we get different shrooms than you guys in the USA. It's not fair, but I love shrooms too much and acid and weed. Well, there you go. The big three. Mr. Spock says there should be one set of global laws that everyone can agree on. Number one, global doctrine, do no harm. Why do you need corrupt politicians? Capitalism sucks and needs to be replaced. Thanks, you commie. I'm just kidding. Good Vibes says, I think that is like Josie Wells or some shit. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Probably my favorite Clint Eastwood movie, and I never get the references. You know, it's been a long time since I watched it. MJ Daniel House Show. Don O'Leary says, Fudge, I can't really afford the Sexy Liberal, son of a bitch. I haven't checked the prices. I don't even know what the prices are. And I'm not going to really travel to it. I wish they had a Vegas. As of now, they don't have a Vegas date. I wonder if they'll add one. If they add a Vegas date, I would try to go. I don't know what the prices are, though. Let's see. I'm skipping down a little bit, guys, because I am behind. Good Vibe Price of Fancy. No, it was a quote I remember, like, from Dirty Harry or something. That makes sense. Sort of like it says, oh my God, House Sparks Patreon members get special perks if Patreon. Yes, they do. Fancy says, oh good, laughing out loud, don't worry me like that. Big Hook says, is it Michael Palin? Or Michael Pollan? Has said psychedelics can be pretty effective for people suffering from PTSD and to allow for moving past hard emotionally based fears of judgment. They get free tickets to his stand-up. Oh wait, I didn't. They get free tickets to his stand-up. I don't know. Oh, for the Patreon. Okay, yeah. Now I get it. Whisper says, I saw the Lib Tour in Chicago. Was that last year or year before? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. West says, the guy sounds like Eddie, the guitar guy. Yes, Caleb sounds remarkably like Eddie Van Halen. Okay. Roseblake says, John took us to a Nerd Halen concert. It was great. It was yeah, remember that? I saw Nerd Halen at the M Resort. That was, what, over a year ago, right? A year and a half ago or something? And I think I live streamed that whole thing, didn't I? And I got away with it. But I'm not sure if it, you know, like I said, we'll see how it goes over at the Virgin. I don't know if I would live stream it or not. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I'll do. Well, I think I'll just make a video of it. But Fancy says yes, for sure, go live. So that was for Monday. Dog Bear says go live Monday. Wes says go for it. Just send notifications. Okay, so that's like 3 thumbs up so far. Good Vibe says I like chilling and chatting with John. It's great. I'm gonna take that as a thumbs up. Chris, thumbs up. Go live on Monday. That's like 5. Spring Money says YouTube is good at censoring people mentioning other creators' Patreon accounts. Is it really? I didn't know that. Jolie says yes. Sugar John, hang out on Monday. That's like 6 votes for yes, 0 for no. Marcia H says, well, gotta get moving, folks. This was fun. Super glad to find you, Trucker John. Have a great afternoon. And yes, please do. I have a funeral at noon. Well, I'm sad to hear about that. My condolences to you and to whoever, you know, for this funeral you're going to. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found us. And that's like 7 votes yes for going live on Monday. Mr. Spock says that is true. Big Hook. It resets your brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Dr. Paradise says sometimes Boston Brian fills in by doing a show when Hal doesn't. Uh-oh, we might be getting into some competition with Boston Brian. I love Boston Brian. I asked him if he would come on my show, and he said yes. And then another person, who I'm not sure I should name, kind of like shut that shit down and and put me on a timeout because I asked him in a chat room on another show. But he was all for it. I just need to figure out how to do that now. Wouldn't you guys love to see old Boston Brian on the Trucker John show? Trucker John live stream. I shouldn't say Trucker John show because there is another Trucker John. There's like, I think at least 3 Trucker Johns on YouTube. What one guy does, he puts out videos called the Trucker John show. So that's why I always try to call mine the Trucker John live stream. I try to differentiate. And then there's another Trucker John, he just puts out videos. And then there might be others, I don't know. So don't get confused. I'm the Trucker John live stream guy. Just for a point of clarification. But anyhow, yeah. It looks like we've got about at least 7 or 8 thumbs ups on going live Monday. I don't know if we'll ever get Boston Brian. Someday we'll figure out how to do that. But he said he was all for it. He said, yeah, I'd love to come on your show. And then this other person, for some reason, got really pissed and put me on a timeout and said that I need to stop, that don't beg in this chat room or in this chat. To which I say, your definition of begging and my definition of begging apparently are very different because I was just asking. I was not begging. But anyhow, that person who did that apparently doesn't like me anymore for some reason. Oh, well, you can't please everybody. You just got to please yourself at a garden party. Something like that. Janelle Walker, hey, Janelle, say yes on Monday. All right, so that's like, what, 8 thumbs ups for Monday? Now, the question is now, do we do 1 show or 2 shows? So let me know if you want me to do just a, and what should it be? If you only want 1 show, would it be just the morning show or would it be the afternoon show? So let me know, morning, afternoon, or both. I'm letting you guys program. Fancy, got the convoy going. I'm going to take that as a yes vote. West Webb says, I stopped playing for funerals. They were making me depressed, thinking about my folks. Yeah, there's only so much, that you can do, right? And if you need to take a time out on something, then you do it. West Webb, I'll come on your show. Hey, that would be interesting. Okay, Wes. Let's see, the thing is, since I'm not on like Streamlabs or anything like that, I'm just doing this from an iPad, or actually on my iPhone. So I think what you have to do, you do it when the only way I can really do it to have somebody on my show is when you set up for the live, you can do a kind of like a side by side with another person. So like it would be me or me. And then the other person, like so I have to get, I think like an email address or maybe your YouTube URL or whatever, and I have to put that in, and we have to make sure we're both online at the same time or something. I've never done it, so I'm just like working this out of my head. But so there's a way when I go live, because up here when I push the live button, I think there's an option. Oh, you know what? I might not be able to do it from Prism. Or Prism, because I'm using this Prism app. I might, if I do that, I might just have to use the YouTube app. So it'll be a little bit different show, but yeah, we can work it out. I would love to have Wes come on. That'd be awesome. Would you guys? And if you guys would like to see Wes come on, let me know in the chat. And if you guys have any way of me getting a hold, I did leave another message on Boston Brian's channel on his community page. But those little community tabs, even the people who have the channels don't always check their community tabs. So I did after that thing happened, I did say, hey, I don't know how to DM you or get a hold of you. So, but I just want to know if if you want to come on, let me know. But yeah, but Wes, yeah, we should set that up, Wes. Let's see here. Big Hook says, always look on the bright side of life. Is the #1 song requested to be played at funerals. Really? I had no idea. Is that just a joke or is that an actual fact? Surrender Monkey, or West Webb says, Madison is only about 70 miles. I don't feel motivation yet. Maybe if there's still tickets closer to the show and I'm feeling in a better mood. Oh, for the Sexy Liberal tour, Madison, Wisconsin. Serena Monkey says, I'm wearing socks for Hal Sparks' show. I'm overdressed, I feel. If you're wearing socks. Yeah, but that's the thing. You don't really have to wear anything. Dr. Perry says, ha, that person is the wonky one. We all know who that is. Overprotective no matter how many times Hal says sweetly to stop. But if you're talking about what I was talking about the person who timed me out, that was not in Hal's chat. That was a different chat room. That was a different show. Fancy two sounds good to me. So about 2 shows. Fancy says, do 2. Donald Larry says, Chris, I'm 15, 20 minutes away from theater. So Sexy Liberal, I am trying to win tickets from a radio station. How much are the tickets? Do you guys mind me asking? I haven't even checked it out. Janelle says both. Okay, so that's 2 votes for both. Mr. Spock says F him, Trucker John. Shout out to Tony Michaels. Doc in Paradise says 2, so that's 3 votes for 2. Wes Webb says, I got front row center seats for Chicago. Cost some money, but I had a good time. Well, that's the main thing, have a good time. Barney Tom says, Ugg Boss and Brian comes in being all cute and friendly. It's too much. Just too much cuteness. Too much friendliness. It's like watching little, baby chick videos or something. Dog and Parrot says, Barney Thompson, cute and smart and friendly and knowledgeable is the worst. And I know you guys are tongue-in-cheeking it all the way, aren't you? Westwood says, I could just be audio. You would need to have me on screen. You would... But like I say, it's different than like when you call in to Dill or Dan or something like that. I don't have a call-in line. I would have to do it through the YouTube app. And I think what it does is just splits the screen. So like one side is me and one side would be Wes or hopefully Boss and Brian someday. So it would be like one side's me, one side is the other person. It'd be like a split screen down the middle. And if you don't want to be on screen, I think you would have to do something on your end, whether you're just off camera. I don't know if you could do like a blank screen or whatever. But we like to see you. We want to see it. Wes Webb says would not. I'm not sure. Would not have to be on screen. But so if we did that, I mean, you could just stand off to the side, I guess, if you don't want to be on. Because I don't know how you would do if you could put up another picture or whatever. I don't know. Doc says, sure, Wes is great too. Donald Larry says, and driving to Sexy Liberal past Principal High School. Monk sort of says, cute, funny, interesting, smart, and naked is worse, I find, Doc and Paradise. Joy says, yay, Wes. Wes says, I used to help Ken and Andrea set up for their show. It could be tedious trying to get it right. Yeah, but see, they were doing it through like Streamlabs or something like that. That's a whole different thing. YouTube is kind of simple, I think, and even though I've never done it, that's why I'm a little sketchy on it. But when you do it through the YouTube, and you're just doing that, you're not doing any type of other, Streamlabs or any other type of other platform or whatever to stream through. You're just streaming right through YouTube. You do have an option. I forget what it's called to do I don't know if they call it collaboration or whatever they call it. And so I think it's fairly easy, but I think I have to put in like I guess it would be your YouTube URL. See, I'm getting all technical and shit. Let's see here. Fancy says, I've been seeing Brian everywhere. If I see him, I'll mention it. Okay, cool. Thanks, Fancy. Let's see. Mr. Spock, laughing out loud. I get my electric razor working, going to town on Hector. I'm going to do a video with him all shaved off. Laughing. I don't even know what that means. I thought it was something about laughing. Doug Pierce and a monkey laughing. West Webb. I'm not wearing socks, but I'm dressed otherwise with a bathrobe over. Very nice. And all you need is a pipe. You know, if you're gonna lounge around in your slippers and your bathrobe, you gotta have a pipe, even if you're not smoking it. So I want you to get a pipe. That's what you should do. If you come on my show, I want you to be in a bathrobe with a pipe. All right, and even if it's not lit and you're not smoking anything, just have a pipe. Big Hook says, remember Boston Brian is a full-time plumber. Yeah, and Sunday podcasters. Time, yeah, that's true. Time constraints are probably the biggest issue. Yes, that's true. So that is an issue. West Webb says, I think that mine, along with the meet and greet afterwards, were between 1 and 200. So that could be a bit pricey. Sort of says, damn it, I missed a number of votes, 69. West Webb says, is Hector the name of your beard? That's what I was wondering. Wes, that's excellent. I was wondering that too. Bonnie Thomas says, imagine Boston Brian comes to your house to fix the plumbing. All right, Bonnie. All right. Simmer down. Simmer down. Wes Webb says, I have a good camera and microphone. I just have difficulty getting it adjusted. Okay, well, we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Rose Blake says, my heart belongs to Hunter Biden. Oh, I bet it does. You and MTG. Barney says, Wes is a cam guy? I don't know. Westwood says, laughing out loud. No, I am quite good looking. It's not that. Laughing out loud. And humble too, says Jolie. Mish, I respect that, Rose. Jeff Curry, speaking of good looking, I'm still here. Back that thing up, Jeff. West Webb says, we could practice if you want. Yeah, maybe we could do a little practice run. I can't do it now. I think I would have to stop the show and everything. But we'll set something up. West Webb says, I'm 67, the same age as Pebbles and Bam Bam. Oh, wow. Well, it would be like the two old guy show. I'm 63 and a half. So it could be like two old dudes just doing old dude shit. Mr. Spock says, I was a professional radio game show contestant. Venus and Mars trivia questions. I call in once a month and win. Then 6 months in, I notice my questions are harder than the women's questions, but still win. So were they rigging the game? Is that what you're saying? You're rigging it? West West says, sports slides, recovery sandals. That'll work. That'll work. Fancy says, if I come on your show, I'm going to wear a big hat and have one of those long cigarette holders. There you go. I love that. Yeah. Like the big thing, and you're like, hello, darling. Sorry Monkey says, I can imagine Boston Brian turning up to fix my pipes. He'd say something like, oh my God. I should probably pre-read this one, I think. You need to take husbands out again. I'm blocking the number again. You guys simmer down. Simmer down. Westbrook says that was the best part of the evening. Got to meet Buddha and the Eagle. That sounds familiar, but I don't know who they are. Is that I don't know, but it sounds familiar to me. Fancy, got the old convoy going. There I am, like Pavlov's dogs. I just, can't help myself now. Jeff Curry says, I have a vintage top hat. Okay. Serena Monkey says, I'm not even gay. That makes it even funnier. Donald Leary says, I just bought a pipe yesterday. And by pipe, I don't mean your pot smoking pipes. I mean like, the old fashioned tobacco pipe, like a freaking Sherlock Holmes kind of pipe. That's what I'm talking about. Fancy says, that's the spirit, Jeff. George Blake says, John, please do not put me in it. I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, that's horrible of me. And I beg your forgiveness. That was like the most horrible thing you could probably say to a person, and I apologize. But so yeah, Rose, I know. I sorry I angered you, and deservedly so that I get pushback on that. That's for sure. It was one of those things. When you say something, you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. So I apologize. Mr. Spock says, finally, a few months later, they asked me a very obscure question. So I say, who the F would know that? Instant ban from the show. See, sometimes, you got to play a little dumb. You know what I mean? West Webb says, I feel sorry for him too and know that I should not. He is probably more fine than we think, recovering and semi-retired. Who do you feel sorry for? I don't. Did I miss? I think I missed something. I don't know who you're feeling sorry for. Ask says, I always celebrate my half birthday every year. Wow. When is my half birthday? Let's see. So it'd be like, I'm so bad at math. Okay, so December, April. Oh, I think it might be in April. Would it be April 3rd, maybe? If my birthday is October 3rd, and I guess 6 months would be April 3rd. Ooh, April 3rd. Happy half birthday coming up. Let's see. Jeff Cree says, fancy can be more hip if I wear it backwards. Then found out it looks the same. Yeah, it's like, hey, your hat's on backwards. What? It is? Mr. Blanc said, yep, rigged. Yep. Dr. Paradise says, I'll come on your show, but since I haven't had my photo taken in decades, you'd have to use one of your fancy filters on me. Well, see, that's the thing. If I don't think there's fancy filters. Because I wouldn't be using this app that I'm using now. I'd be using the YouTube, which I think is I've never used it, so I'm just assuming. I think it's very basic. I think it's just a side-by-side type of thing, but I'm willing to try it out. I'm willing to try new things. Let's see. Jeff Tree says, I always wondered why corncob pipes don't catch fire. Yeah, that's a good question. Mr. Spock, I was winning $50 gift certificates. I'd also call in every month and get my girlfriend to win stuff. I'd coach her to win every time. So you had a little, little racket going on there. Dr. Paradise says that fancy, I guess, laugh got me. Donald Leary says, see you, Zeusy. The pity is live, so lowers my BP. Okay. Donald Leary, you got the Shamrocks going in preparation of tomorrow's big day for the Irish. Mr. Spock says, I should go on Jeopardy before I'm too old. Yeah, do it. Go for it. Love to see old Mr. Spock on there winning some money. Pulling a Ken Jennings or whatever. Jeff Curry, I think I'm caught up in the chat. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. It says Jeff Curry, Spock, I've been trying to get on Jeopardy for a long time. Oh, you guys think you're so smart, huh? Going on Jeopardy. Doing the Jeopardy thing. We all think we can play on Jeopardy, don't we? I tried to go on a game show. I tried to go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire way back in the day when Regis was still on and you had to call in on the live show. You had to call right after the show. They would open the lines. And then if you got through, you had to answer, I think it was 5 or 6 trivia questions or whatever. And then if you passed that, they would say, okay, if you pass to the next round, we'll call you back, I think in the next 24 hours or something. And so there was a lot of layers. So just getting through was hard. Then if you got through, you had to answer the questions. And then if you answer the questions, that put you on to the next kind of level. And then you had to wait for the phone call. And I got through a few times, and finally I got the phone call to go, and I was in California. And so you have to pay your own way. But they say, okay, yeah, you can come to an audition or whatever they called it in New York City on such and such a date. And I'm like, okay, I'm there. So I book a flight. I fly back to New York. I go to, and they have these all during the day, and my time was at like, I don't know, 6 or 7 in the evening. And when I got there, it's real close. It's one of their studio places, or it wasn't really a studio, but it was a office that they had pretty close to Central Park and all of that. And it was right down where they make the soap operas, because I remember seeing some soap opera stars, and they in a studio, and they were filming pretty close to where we were at, like Days of Our Lives or something. I don't know, whatever they film in New York. And so I went for my group, and it's like 100 people at least, maybe more. You go in and you take a test. It's like the old test where you have the pencil and you fill in the little dots. You take this test. It's like about 100 questions. And then I think they take the top people. I forget now if you had to score a certain amount or if it was just the top 10%. But anyhow, so you take the test, they grade it, and then they just read off the names of the people who passed. And it's like if you didn't hear a name, then thank you very much for coming. It's you can leave. And I was one of the ones that passed. And so out of that 100 people, I was like in the top 10%, I guess, or whatever. So I made it to that. And then the next stage, that you had to go that same night, you went to this other room where they had you on camera and they did like a little interview with you. And then that was it. Then they said, okay, well, we'll let you know. Don't call us. We'll call you if you. The next step is coming back to be on the show. So we'll let you know if we'll bring you back. And so I left, and I left with such a great feeling. I thought I really aced this on-camera little interview that they did. I remember calling home going, I think I'm going to be on. I think I passed the test. I was like one of the top 10% people that passed the test. And I did the interview, and I think I did great. It all went well. I think I'm going to be on the show. I'm going to go celebrate. I went to the steakhouse down the street. It was like a New York City steakhouse. Went and bought me a steak and, some beer. And I was like all happy. Never heard from him. Never fucking heard from him. So I guess I didn't pass the little on-camera test. And I really think it's because I didn't have some sob story. And they like sob stories. Like, I got cancer, or my kids got cancer, or my dad's got cancer, or whatever. And I didn't have any of that sob story. I really think that's why they didn't pick me. I didn't have a sob story, or I didn't have, I wasn't leading some sort of, crusade or something. That's what I really think happened. Because I went all that way. I mean, all that way, and then I didn't. So that's my Who Wants to Be a Millionaire story. Thank you very much. Big Hook said the most funny thing that if you use cigarette ash and super glue, you can do plastic repairs. Oh, that's interesting. Jeff Curry says, why is John blinking like an Xmas tree? Because I'm a truckler. That's a sparkler who is in the Trucker John chat, which I obviously am, I guess. So I'm a truckler. And you guys are trucklers, whether you like it or not, if you're a sparkler. Yeah, I think you have to be a sparkler and a trucker fan to be a truckler. I haven't worked it out yet. It's a work in progress. Chris says, happy half birthday to Serena Monkey, just in case. Serena Monkey says, this sounds suspiciously like the last STD clinic appointment I had. Was it a process of elimination? Mish says, TJ knew that Fancy would be here. I was hoping. I did skip down some of the chats just for brevity's sake. So I see Steve Sayers is here. Are you glittering? I am. I'm a sparkler. I'm a sparkler truckler. How many times have I got to say it? We're all sparklers now. Anyhow, I did skip down for just for brevity's sake, or whatever. Fancy says, I'm always here, laughing out loud, and you are always appreciated. All y'all are very appreciative of you guys being here. Believe me. Mr. Fox says, I took a bunch of Ritalin once to see what it would do. The Nelson guy was hooking a... Notice I sniffed when you said Ritalin? Anyway, the Nelson guy was hooking a new thing up. Jeopardy was on TV. I was not watching the screen in another room. I was getting most right. But are you just doing probably like what I do? You just answer. You're not answering in the form of a question. That might be the hardest thing. You have to remember, like, answer in the form of a question. What's what says, big hook, a little bit of water will set super glue. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. That's all you need. A tiny bit. Fancy. All right, Fancy. You're just messing with me now. Jolie says, you guys are all cracking me up. Doc in Paradise says, that happens on these talent shows too. So transparent and infuriating. Mr. Spock says, the Nelson gut, I think he meant guy, was really impressed. But it could have been a Nelson gut. I don't know. Mr. Spock, Jeff Cree says, Spock, after first heart surgery, strong meds, I woke up middle of the night knowing I was a genius. I couldn't get up to tell anyone because the floor was glowing and I knew I'd melt. Yes, those were some good drugs. Steven Sears says, I'm just a spark. You're just a spark on a high heel shoe. What was that album title or whatever from What's His Face? Anyhow. I'm caught up because I skipped a lot of y'all's, I'm sure, fascinating and gripping posts, but I did skip down just because I don't want to be a half hour behind in the chat. And we are at 2 hours. My gosh. Where does the time go? The time flies. Okay, so in conclusion, we got I think it was, of the people that voted, pretty much unanimous, I think a 9-0 vote about going live on Monday. So it looks like we're doing a Monday show, and I guess we might do a morning show and an afternoon show. 9 a.m. Pacific time. Remember, I'm in the Pacific time zone, so you guys have to adjust accordingly. Yes, even you, Surrender Monkey. I think you just add 8 hours to it. So 9 a.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Pacific time. I guess we'll do a double. We'll do double duty, and then we're going to come right back at you on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Maybe we'll have Wes on. I'll try to figure that out. If Wes wants to do maybe on a Monday show. Maybe we'll have the old Trucker John Wes Webb WW show for a while. We'll see how that works. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'll try to work that out. And also, look, if you are a subscriber, check out my community tab on my channel. Maybe either tonight or tomorrow I'll post, if I can get anything from the Nerd Halen concert. Maybe I can get like one song. I'm not going to do the whole thing, I don't think. Because I don't know. I don't know what it's like over there. I'm not sure what, as far as taping is concerned. But maybe I'll try to get like a song in. And I'll post that on my community tab. I think I can post videos on the community tab. I'm pretty sure. Anyhow, I'll work it out. But something will get posted somewhere. And I'll try to make it where it's exclusive to the subscribers. Because you guys are subscribing. And you're supposed to get some exclusive stuff. And I haven't really been doing that. So we're trying to make it a little bit special for you guys. Little specials. A little Nerd Halen. So we'll do that. Wes Webb says the dentist uses ultraviolet light ray. Thank you for that factoid. The Big Hook says Sonny Hostin went on and won 0. That's so sad. Surrender Monkey says 69-0 vote. Oh, there you go. I stand corrected. It was 69-0. 69! Dr. Paradise, what time? Okay, so, I may have said this, and maybe you already posted this, but yeah, so for Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, and 3 p.m. Pacific time. Fancy says, I'll be there. Well, thank you so much. Dr. Paradise, thumbs up. West Webb says, I have these dreams where I am lying among 100 naked women and I can't wake up to do anything about it. Well, you don't want to wake up. You want to stay in that dream, right? You want to make it so that you can be, what do you call it? What do you call it? Like, cogent sleeping or whatever. I used to be able to do that I actually was able to do that for a while, where you could take charge in your dreams. Like you're still asleep, you're still dreaming, and you know you're dreaming, and you could actually I remember I don't know, I can't really do it now, but for a small time, like I think it was like the early 90s, for some reason, I was able to do that, but only for it seemed like I could only do it for like a minute or something, where I could actually go, oh, I'm dreaming, and I can do whatever I want in this dream, and then I would just start I don't know, flying and, having sex all over the place. No, I don't even know. But it seemed like I could only do that for a very short time, and then I would either wake up or just, I don't remember the dream or whatever. Wes says, Miss Fuck says, get dental work done in Mexico. It's cheaper. Yes, I would been looking into that. Big Hook says, tell me why I don't like Mondays. Great song based on Britain tragedy of gun violence. Yeah, it's that was a song based on actually gun violence that happened. It was about a shooting in San Diego, California, that they did that song on. Jeff Curry says, Wes, how do you count them? Maybe counted the boobs and divided by 2. Boomtown Rats, that's it, Mish. Yes, the Boomtown Rats did that song, I Don't Like Mondays. And it's a great song, but it is based on the shooting of a girl, like a high school girl or whatever, in San Diego. And that was her quote, like why did you do it? It's like, I don't like Mondays or something. Westbeth says, then sometimes the ladies turn out to be girls that I know. I saw this photo of my grandma in her teens looking seductive. Okay, that's getting kind of creepy. Dog and Bear says, you answered after. I know. Okay, I know. I answered after, and I hadn't seen that you posted that yet. West says 11 Central, 12 Eastern. Mr. Spock, yes, a woman did that against the norm. It was a young, I believe, high school girl that did that. And yeah, usually it's usually, guys and gals. West Webb says, I think I deserved at least one, not my mom. Dr. Paradise, I always control my dreams once they start. Oh, do you? So you're able to do that? Wow. It's a very, very tricky, hard thing to do. Almost no one can do that. Yeah, lucid dreaming. There you go. Lucid. That's what it is. And I remember I've been able to do that for some reason, after my divorce in like 92, I guess it was, 91 or 92, for some reason, I don't know, maybe I was in some sort of emotional state, I was able to do this lucid dreaming for a little while. And then I've tried to duplicate that and with very little success. Fancy says, I never dream nice dreams, only nightmares, very rare. Wow, that's kind of sad, because it's nice to have a nice dream, West Webb says, I can't, except I sometimes realize that I'm dreaming and I try to wake up and dream that I woke up. Dreams can be really weird. Mr. Spock says, marijuana makes you not remember your dreams. Maybe that's why I can remember most of my dreams, because I don't really do any marijuana. Fancy says looks around and whistles. Yeah. Dog in Paradise says, Fancy, did you know you can't read in your dreams? That's how you know you're dreaming. Wow, I didn't know that. I know Fancy knew that, but I didn't know that. West Webb says, my tooth is awesome. By the way, Super Tooth. Took a while for the graft to heal, over a year from losing the tooth to getting it replaced. Fancy says that's interesting. West Webb says might be a girl thing, Doc. And Wes says lots of times my shoulder hurts or I have to pee. The pee dream usually involved water. Does your shoulder hurt in your dreams? Is that what you're saying? Wes says I can't sleep very well without indica. Indica, the good old indica. But anyhow, guys, okay, so we're over to the 2-hour mark. I think I'm probably going to put an end to this monstrosity that we call the Trucker John live stream. I want to thank you guys all for being here. It's so awesome. We got some people in the room. We got a few new people, which is always good to see new faces, and it's good to see the old faces. You old faces, you good to see you. So glad to spend some time with you. So I guess we're going to be here on Monday. So 9 a.m. Pacific time, and I guess we'll do a 3 p.m. Why not? Why not? Might as well. So look for that. Look for the, if you're a subscriber, look out for the Nerd Halen footage that I'm going to put up somewhere. Probably the community page or, that community tab. I guess, you know what? I'm not sure exactly how that works. If everybody has that. I guess if you don't, you might not have a community tab, huh? If you don't have enough subscribers or something. I'm not sure how it works, but I'll figure something out. I might just put it up, I guess, post it for everybody, but I'm trying to do something special for y'all, for you subscribers. Let's see what else is going on. So we'll be on Monday, but look for that Nerd Halen probably either late tonight or tomorrow. What else is going on? Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Share the show out. Let's get those subs. We want to get that 2,000 mark. Because at 2,000, nothing really happens, but it just sounds cool. And you guys are great. You guys have been watching. We're almost at 4,000 hours of watch time for the last year. And that opens up more doors to the show. So watch those videos. If you see me popping up in your feed, I guess, go ahead and watch a few minutes of it. If you can't watch the whole thing, even if you watch 3 or 4 minutes, and make sure you give that a like, that's always awesome. But thank you guys for your support, whether it's through super chats or memberships, or whether it's hitting the subscribe button, the share button, the like button, being here, saying hi in the chat. All that stuff is great. It's awesome. It helps the show. And you guys are the show, as you can see, because basically I just regurgitate what you guys say. But it's been great. Wes says I have 44 subscribers. So I'm not exactly sure if everyone has a community tab. You might be going, what's this community tab you speak of, Trucker John? So maybe not everyone has it. Marcia H says, still listening. Thanks for your show. See you Monday. I may be only able to listen with the time restraints. Really enjoyed today. Love this format for recognizing your listeners by all again. Well, thank you, Marcia, for being here. It's great to have met you, and I'm glad you found us. Fancy says, bolt up. Mish says, back at you, Chris. Wes says, up or down thumbs are worth the same amount of points. Yeah, I know, and I know Hal always says that too about the thumbs down. I prefer a thumbs up, but yeah, if you want to give me a thumbs down, okay. I will begrudgingly take it. Mr. Spock, chickens for peace. I don't know. I am like Pavlov's dog. When you guys do stuff, I react. West Webb says, view your channel. Jeff Curry says, keep your stick on the ice. There you go. All right, guys. So most importantly, though, this is the one thing you want to take away from this show. Here's gather in. Here's something you want to really take in. Okay. You want to make sure you're loose and stretched, right? That's important. Stay stretched, stay loose. Don't be all tight, because the worst thing you could do, probably, maybe, is pull a hammy. You don't want to pull a hammy.
Thought it was about time that I show everyone my real, true self. Trucker John is a monkey. There's a taco cat on the dashboard.
Hey, it's me again. Ahoy, mateys.